Hi everyone, today I'm taking a look at Alone in the Dark on the PC. This is sort of the granddaddy of the survival horror franchise. This came out in 1992 on various computer platforms, and I believe it was released on the 3DO as well. This was a little too early to be on the PlayStation. This is an interesting one. I'm a fan of the survival horror genre, and particularly Silent Hill and the early Resident Evil games. And I heard that Resident Evil owed a lot to Alone in the Dark, and playing this has made me realize how true that is. This is very similar to Resident Evil, or I should say Resident Evil is very similar to this game, in terms of some of the gameplay mechanics and just the overall look. So the first thing I'm doing here is pushing some of these items in front of windows, because the combat in this game leaves a lot to be desired, and it is possible to avoid some of the fights. As we can see, the graphics are pretty basic. I mean, for the time this game was released, it was impressive in a way. We do have 3D polygons of a sort, and I can't tell whether the backgrounds are pre-rendered or what. But anyway, this game is kind of a marriage of your typical action-adventure title, like Resident Evil, because you can fight. There is functional melee combat in this game, although it's a little bit awkward. There's this fighting stance where he puts up his dukes, and you can kick, and you can punch, and you get various melee weapons throughout the game, and I'll show you some of those. But you also have a menu system where you can do other things as well. You can go into search mode, which is the only way you'll find items and clues. There I found a rifle. That'll come in very handy. I'll take that. First, I didn't realize that you could run by double tapping the directional arrows. And I thought this was as fast as you could move, and it was kind of infuriating. But yes, a double tap gives you a little bit of a sprint. Here I found a book. And you have a pretty big, expansive inventory here. Kind of like Resident Evil, you just collect stuff, and the game doesn't automatically dispose of things that you don't need anymore, so it gets a little cumbersome. But anyway, the book has a little voiceover narration. It's based on Greek mythology. And I'm not going to go through this in real time, but it basically gives you the answer to the first puzzle in the game. Very much like Resident Evil. So I'm going to investigate the piano. There's nothing there. I'm not doing a full walkthrough, just kind of a little overview here. An old Indian cover, like a blanket. There's nothing in these barrels here. And it will tell you nothing important. That's creepy, but doesn't seem significant to the story. There are some items that you can interact with in the background, like I think you can push this chair. No, maybe not. Let's see. No, I guess you can't push that, but there's really no need to. Going to head down the stairs. There's a bow without arrows. And you just find, like, the most random stuff lying around. It's not always apparent right away what use you'll have for these things. An oil can, good. And I can use that with the lamp. It filled the oil lamp, but I still need matches in order to light it. There's nothing else over here. Nothing over here. Nothing in there. But yeah, it's kind of amazing how much Capcom frankly ripped this game off as far as the fixed camera angles and just the style of gameplay. Of course, Resident Evil is much more refined. You don't have to switch into various modes. I think we're about to experience our first monster here. Let's see. That's locked. I believe the key is in this very room, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that key goes to the storage chest over there. Nothing in the armoire. In order to open that, I have to use the key, and then investigate it, and I get a cavalry saber, which unfortunately doesn't take very much damage, but I'll go ahead and equip that, and then when I try to open this door, surprise, that's the most common enemy I've seen so far. I'm going to ready my weapon and just do a downward swing. I believe that's supposed to be a zombie, although to be honest it looks more like The Mask. You know, that movie with Jim Carrey, or rather the comic book that was based on. Don't think there's anything else in here. So as you can see, I already broke that sword, unfortunately. It's now in two pieces, the blade and the hilt, which you can still use as a weapon, but it just doesn't have any kind of range. Going to avoid this spot here on the floor because it results in an instant death. There are many of those in this game. I'll go back into search mode, and it is very cumbersome switching back and forth between those like that. The process, oops, here's another enemy. See, you can't use the blade, but you can use the hilt. Or you could just punch and kick. Maybe I'll do that. Oh. Yeah, the combat is really awkward for my liking. You get at least a little bit of range with the kick, but you don't do as much damage as with a sword or a blade or a gun. And again, the animations and the character models are just very basic. But it does almost feel like a proto mock-up of Resident Evil, the first one. The enemies do not drop items, sadly. But there are many items to be found. I don't think that's anything there. You find broken mirrors everywhere in this mansion. Oops, I didn't mean to open that. Go ahead and pick up that vase. And because I played this before, I'm going to throw it. Uh-oh. This is very Resident Evil-like here. You find a key in the broken vase. Going to switch to fight mode. I don't know what that damn thing is. Looks like a... I don't know, some kind of a werewolf chicken hybrid or something. Yeah, the combat is really awkward in this game. The problem I have particularly with the zombies is that once they land a hit, they'll keep hitting you pretty much indefinitely until you're dead or until you run away. I'm not sure why they're so cheap. The mechanic is almost like in a fighting game when you do a juggle. Like, for example, when Scorpion uses his spear, that leaves his enemy vulnerable to an uppercut or another attack. And in many fighting games, there are air juggles where you can chain multiple hits together. Okay, here's a first aid kit. Always handy. So I'm going to open that, and then I got a health flask in there, which I will take. And I have all these items that I can't really use now. I don't need the empty first aid case, so I'm going to drop that. What else don't I need at this point? Empty oil can, we can do without that. I haven't played this enough to know if there's a limit to how many things you can carry, but I've had quite a few things in my inventory. Okay. By the way, there are some puzzle spoilers in this little overview here, but not too many. I don't usually get too far in this game. Just wanted to give you a look at it more than anything. Go back into... Oh, I have to use this key here, I believe. Then I get 2 mirrors. Not 1, but 2. That is the solution to the first puzzle here. So here we have these weird demon things at either end of the stairs, and they just stand still, but if you get close, they will attack you. But, spoiler alert, the solution is to use the mirrors, whoops, on either statue. That thing will just start flailing at the thin air, but that's okay. And that just kills them automatically. It gives me access to the downstairs area. So the graphics were pretty good for their day, but they definitely show their age now. So here we have a freaky knight that comes to life. Ouch. He pursues you a little bit, but not extensively. Don't think I've been in this area before. I'm just going to save my game ever so quickly, so I can load up if I die. Wow, what is that? Oh no. Some kind of horrible jellyfish. Okay, I'm getting out of here. I guess I could shoot that thing. My health is getting a little low. I'll use the flask. I feel better. Let's equip that rifle, which has 4 bullets. I think I just wasted a shot there. The aiming is not an exact science, unfortunately. Damn it. Rifle is empty. Well, crap. Alright, I'm just going to load my game here. That's why I saved it. So let's skip that bathroom. There are other places to pee. Ooh. I definitely like the sort of Victorian look of this mansion. Let's see, what shall I do here? I will search. Huh. It's a very nice little bedroom, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of... Oh no, it's that night again. Notebook. Oh no. No! Okay, let's load again. What's this? The camera angles are kind of disorienting. Oops, that room is dark. Damn it. I need the lamp before I can proceed any further there. Or should I say I need matches to light the lamp. As I was saying, the weird camera angles make it a little disorienting to tell which direction you're coming from and where you've already been, and so forth. Ooh. Is that Davy Crockett? Why do I feel like something's gonna... Oh! My God. Wow. They got me. I honestly believe that... damn it. I did not mean to go in there. Just the kind of awkward control. I'm playing this with a keyboard using the directional arrows. And mostly the space bar. Where did I come in from? Oh shit, it's at night. Pardon my French. Damn it. Yeah, it's not easy to outrun enemies in this game. I guess that night does chase you more than I thought. No, don't want to go in there. Maybe I can distract him by shooting him. Nope. Oh, doggone it. I'm going to do a little bit of editing here. And I'm back through the magic of editing. I did everything that I've already done before, only this time I'm going to take a different path. I think I've been here before. I believe this is a kitchen over here. Cool. Found a pot of soup. I think that contains human flesh and hurts you if you eat it, if I remember correctly. Matchbox, yes. I think that'll help with that dark room. Not one, but two knives. Those seem useful, but like that sword hilt, it's just very limited range. Since those zombies have such long arms, they can damage you well before you get a hit in. And as I said, once they hit you, they just sort of keep hitting you until you die. Oh no. Okay, I think I'm just gonna kick him, honestly. No. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like I can't even... See, to me, that's frustrating. That's kind of a bad combat system. Whoops, I got one hit in. Okay. Okay. Loading again. Let's try that one more time. Not really necessary to grab that soup since it doesn't fulfill any purpose. Okay, actions, search. There's the matchbox. You know what? Maybe I'll just shoot that guy. think you find another gun in here anyway. So I will equip the rifle way down at the bottom. Come here, zombie. I know people complain about the tank-like controls from the early Resident Evil games, but that's got nothing on this. Is he dead? Probably not. Oil can, good. Search that pile of coal and you find a shoebox, which you then have to open, and you find a revolver. Little pea shooter. Ah, I guess that guy is dead. Cool. Oh yeah, I'll grab those knives. Yeah, that hallway right there, I mean, my god, that just evokes Resident Evil all over. It's almost uncanny. Okay, I'm gonna save right here. This room makes you face like 5 zombies, but, whoops. Just call that file 1. You can only have 1 save file at a time, by the way, which is incredibly annoying. Might as well finish off that, gun. Oh, I've only got 1 shot. Yeah. Bam. Got 6 shots for that. And stay down. It's very sporting how they come at you one at a time. If you were to accidentally stab one of the other ones, more than one would attack you. But otherwise, they're perfect gentlemen. Let's see, can I shoot around this table? Yes. Oh, man. Let's see, how many bullets do I have? 1. Lovely. Who's next? When you get into a combat situation, the doors all lock, and they don't unlock until you defeat your enemies. And rather than the weak knife, I think I'll just try to kick. Let's hope my timing is just right. No! Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. Alright, I'm gonna load. Sorry about my playing in this. This game is kind of, I don't know. It's on the frustratingly difficult side for me, and it has more to do with the controls and the gameplay mechanics. That's my excuse anyway. Okay, rifle. I'm not going to keep this going for too much longer, but I feel like there's a little more to show you. Just be proactive here. Good. I think this game was a little ahead of its time in certain ways. Resident Evil didn't implement a successful melee system until the 6th installment, which, in my opinion, was a great departure from the rest of the series. Come on. Good. And this game had melee combat in 1992. That's impressive. This game had polygon graphics, which for the time were good, although today it almost makes your eyes bleed. There's a female protagonist that you can play as. I didn't really notice any differences in gameplay when playing as her. You know, the game wasn't easier or harder or anything. Oh, this is shameful. Alright, you know what? I think I'm going to cut it off here. I've embarrassed myself enough, and I think I've proven my point. Um, Resident Evil does indeed borrow very, very heavily from this game. They kind of took what this game did and just polished the hell out of it. I like that you don't have to keep switching between investigation and combat modes in Resident Evil and the first Silent Hill. The combat is just way, way better. The graphics are way more polished. But I do have a lot of respect for this game for laying down the groundwork. Again, this is the first Alone in the Dark. It was made by Infro Games, I think that's how you pronounce that, and released in 1992. And I recently purchased this on GOG.com, and I believe it was on sale for less than $5. So even though I find it kind of frustrating and kind of ugly, I think it's kind of a cool purchase for a few dollars. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching.